Yo, what's up, man? It's the one and only HipHopGamer, Hot 97, Logitech G. You see him. The one and only WWE champion, and he's going to get that back. But Cannonball in the building, one of the dope co-hosts, the one, the only, the MIZ.
Yeah.
What's going on, baby? How you feel?
Introduction. There we go.
That's how you do it, man.
And yes, I should be WWE champion. I am the host of Cannonball. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. So before we even start off, I got a belt of my own, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a belt of my own. So this right here, this is my own grandmother, and that's my son. And my grandmother taught me how to play games when I was 4. So I had to show you the belt because it's an honor to talk to you. It's an honor to talk to you, bro.
What game are you playing right now? Like, you know, like there's Xavier Woods. He has
of course
a YouTube show.
Yeah, up, down, down, yeah.
Down. And we play video games all the time. And he has an up, down, down championship that I have never won.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the videos.
Anyone can challenge for these titles, this title, right? But the thing is, Xavier randomly picks a game that nobody's ever played before. So you have to learn the game while you're playing against the person. So I can never win with these games. Like, it's like he's bringing up like Marble Madness and stuff. And I'm like, how do you beat someone at this? Like last
he's cheating.
I lost to was like Power Rangers. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh man, see, he's cheating. See, we gotta get you up on some Call of Duty and some stuff like that, so you can be able to get the drop on Xavier Woods. So we coming for you, man. That's my guy right there. So first question, man. Like, what I want to ask you is regarding the show Cannonball. Like, first of all, I love it because I love those shows like Wipeout and American Ninja Warrior and stuff. I love those types of shows. So what brought your interest to like Cannonball? What made you want to be a part of it? And I love your personality on it. You know what I'm saying? Because whether I'm watching you on WWE or seeing you on Cannonball, your personality is always 100%. I love it. So what's your thoughts on being a part of this?
Yeah, I put a lot of work into everything that I do. I try to make sure that whenever a fan is watching, you'll never see me kind of like half doing it. It's always, I'm giving you my all. I'm giving you my everything. No matter how tired I am, no matter what's going on in my day, I'm able to just get rid of it all and give people the entertainment that they deserve and that they want right now, especially right now, because there's so much drama and conflict going on in the world. Sometimes you need something to just take your mind off things. And Cannonball is just one of those things. So honestly, you know, what got me into Cannonball was they showed me the set, and then they showed me like the there was a UK version of it, and I watched it and I was laughing. I was like going, ooh, oh my, oh, and like I was just engaged into the show, and I was like, and I asked them, I was like, well, can I do anything? And they're like, sure, absolutely, do whatever you want. So honestly, they gave me free range to talk about whatever I wanted to talk about. And with Roxy and Simon, they gave me very talented co-host as well as a sideline reporter. And the contestants were characters all on their own. Like, we had this 50-year-old woman who was more ripped than I was. We had an alien enthusiast. We had a guy that we called Vintage Steve because he loved vintage things. We had a guy that had 2 cats that we call him the Cat Daddy. Like,
wow,
that's the eclectic realm of people. We had athletes that were NCAA athletes that would get beat by people that had never been into a gym before. So, I mean, that's the kind of craziness that would happen on Cannonball. And how can you not want to be a part of it?
Yo, now I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. Now I'm gonna do a throwback. I forgot. I think it was WrestleMania, but I forgot which WrestleMania. But you came down the aisle to Nas's "Hate Me Now." You know what I'm saying?
WrestleMania 27, Atlanta.
WrestleMania 27 in Atlanta. You came down the aisle. You had the belt, and you came down to Nas "Hate Me Now." And Nas just dropped a new project. So what hip hop artists you would want to see compete in Cannonball against each other, bro? Like, I think that would be crazy. Talk to me, son. Let's go.
Oh my God. What hip hop artists? Like, I'm from Cleveland. So I'll always go with like Cleveland representing like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, I don't know if anyone goes back to those days, but I remember when I was in high school, there was nothing bigger than Bone, especially in Cleveland. And now you have like Machine Gun Kelly. coming out of there, and I'm always like Cleveland representing, So those are the kind of the hip hop I go
Yo,
towards.
I would love to see. All right, so Machine Gun Kelly and his crew against Bone Thugs and Harmony.
There you
Oh
go.
man, I'm with that.
It'd be
I'm with
great.
that. So now, another thing I wanted to ask you about, because obviously I'm a gamer, a hardcore gamer. You got the PlayStation 5 and the brand new Xbox Series X coming out. So this is a two-parter question. One, which system do you prefer, PlayStation or Xbox? And the second part of that question is, with the virtual reality, with the VR, do you think that, from being on set and seeing Cannonball in action in real time, that this could be something cool in VR, where like like, you know what I mean? I think that would be insane. What's your thoughts on those?
So, first question, I am a PlayStation guy. I've always been a
PlayStation?
PlayStation guy. Yeah, so I always do. I do a lot of PlayStation. But every time, like I'm in our locker room, we always have both set up. So people are always playing. Like Xavier Woods always brings in his video games, and like we are always playing. Like we play a lot of like Tekken and like Mortal
Mm,
Kombat. We play a lot of the fighting games, and it creates a lot of heated discussion. You can only imagine the WWE locker room and the promos that are
yeah.
cut while playing video games. And as far as what was the second question?
Yeah, and the second question was VR. So with the virtual
Yeah. Oh,
reality,
VR with
yeah,
Cannonball, absolutely. Like if Cannonball becomes what I think it can become, which I think NBC as well as USA has been completely behind it. So hopefully we get another season. Obviously they haven't picked it up yet, but we're still going. Like the
yeah.
finale's Thursday, so we're waiting on that. And then if this picks up even more, I think by the third or fourth season, the video game of Cannonball would have to happen. And watching it VR will be amazing.
Amazing, man. So I got a couple more questions and I'll wrap it up. So my next question is, and this is more of an inspirational question. I always like to ask everybody this. So I have a program called Gaming and Guidance, and the whole idea is to utilize video games as a way to bring people together and open up the door to conversations to make better relationships, better communities, and really understand people and one another, so we all could just enjoy each other more. Because you already see the crazy stuff that's happening in the world. So what I wanted to ask you is, you're a legend. Like whether you believe that or realize that not, you're a legend and you're very inspirational to a lot of people. So, what's one of the moments in your life personally where you felt like you was at your lowest or something like that, but you managed to find strength in that moment that allowed you to be legendary today?
Do you really want to go back there? All right, I'll bring you way back to the real world, back to New York.
Wow.
I said some things on there that I instantly regretted, but I was educated and brought in, and I had to live with the people I made comments to for like 5 months, and nobody
Wow.
liked me. Nobody wanted to talk to me. But Malik would educate me all the time and take the time to talk to me, and we'd have discussions and conversations. And then Coral came around and started educating me and discussing. And it's like it was one of those times where I wasn't in Cleveland, Ohio. I wasn't around any of my friends. I wasn't around any of my family. I didn't know anybody. And then I come to a house and nobody likes me in that house.
Mm,
And I wanted to be an open, I wanted to be a sponge. And I ended up doing that. And I ended up learning more, not only about myself, but about other people and about where other people are from, other things that people have had to deal with. And that I never knew I would have had. I wouldn't have had those moments if I didn't live in the real world house. And it
mm.
was a very educational time. And honestly, I learned more about me than I did in all of high school and of college. It was a life lesson.
Mm.
And I cherish that a lot. And to bring back with your video game stuff, about what you were saying, I
Yeah.
actually had a show on Ms. and Mrs. I have a show called Ms. and Mrs. on the USA Network. We did an episode about video games on how you can like I don't speak the same language as a lot of my nieces and nephews. They're all speak French. They're all French Canadian from Montreal. I can't have conversations with them. But the one thing that we could all have a conversation about is video games. And we all had in
Mm.
common was video games. So even though we couldn't discuss or talk about it, we would play video games and that would bring us together. And that would like allow us to sit there and maybe even though we don't understand, like they'd be like, "Shut up, babe, let's see, blah, 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 blah." And I'd be like, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah." And like they would be like talking French and like talking smack to me in French, and I'd be talking smack in English, but we were both into it. We were both playing the video game. I knew what they were saying just by what they were, by their mentality and what they were and how they were saying it. Like I didn't understand the words, but I knew what was going on. And it was a connection that was made between my family that wouldn't have never happened if it wasn't for video games.
Wow. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Yo, I love you, bro. I love you, man, because it's like you know what it is? Like, so since I was a kid, watching wrestling, I'm talking about everything from NWA to AWA to WWE, like everything. It's like this is a dream come true for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? To be able to sit here and talk to you and pick your brain, but to know like your story and your background and see where you're at today, that right there is what I care more about. Like, you know what I'm saying? From body slams and all that stuff is fun to watch and be entertained by, but who you are. I always tell people this, Miz. Character is your currency, and who you are is the true value. And just talking to you, I'm receiving a lot more value just having a conversation with you, bro. So, yo, God bless. I appreciate you, man. So, I got two more questions, bro, and I'm gonna wrap it up. So, the next question is this, right? So, RIP, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. I have a major question for you, man. So when it comes to Marvel, just the whole world of Marvel, if you could be or play as a Marvel character or anything like that in that world, who would it be? Because look, we just saw Rock get his role with Black Adam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we just see that. So come on, Miz, you got the personality and style. Who would you want to go with?
So I actually had a discussion with this. This was years ago, by the way, with Xavier Woods, who we've talked about. Because I know he's very into, DC, Marvel, all these fun kind of things. And so he was the one that told me, hey, did you see who got this part? And I was like, what part? And he goes, you didn't see? Ryan Reynolds is going to play Deadpool. And I went, what? You got to be kidding me. Like, and he goes, why? I go, that's the character I wanted to play. And he goes, nah, you couldn't play that. Ryan Reynolds is good at that. I went, wait, what? And so he literally it was so funny because it was like one of those things like, I saw the video game of Deadpool. Yeah. And I didn't know much about him. And this was before Ryan Reynolds ever even came about as the Deadpool he is today. Yeah. And so I saw the video game. I was like, and people would always ask me, what Marvel comic book character would you want to play? And I saw that video game, and I was like, that is the character I want to play. Just a mouth that just talks, beats people up, doesn't care about anything. That's me. That's me. Yeah. And then when Xavier Woods told me that, and I go, man, that's the character I want. He goes, no, I don't see you as that one. Oh, I think Ryan Reynolds is the perfect one. And honestly, I've seen the Deadpools, and they are incredible, and no one could play Deadpool as good as Ryan Reynolds. He has done an amazing job. So, sometimes, things aren't meant to be. Yeah, But if Marvel comes around and says, look, we got this character for you and it fits, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I give it the relevancy that it does. And honestly, with what The Rock is doing right now, I can't wait to see what he does with this Marvel character.
That's amazing, man. And look, for the final question, man, Roman Reigns is back. You know what I'm saying? He's looking crazy right now, buffed up, everything like that. My question to you is, if and when you become WWE champion again, who do you want to take it from? Like, who is that person that you feel like, I could win the belt and it's one thing and I'm happy that I'm champion. But if I win the belt and I get it from this person, it helps solidify my legacy.
It's funny you say that. So I've been asked that question quite a bit, and it's very easy now that Roman is back because Roman Reigns is the poster child. Whether people like to believe it or not, whether you love him or you hate him, he is the poster of WWE. He is what John Cena was, what Hulk Hogan was. He is that guy. And if you don't believe me, look at the call signs. You can see every poster. He's front and center. Why is he front and center? Because he has the it factor. Whether you love him or you hate him, he has it. And now, if you didn't like Roman Reigns when people liked him, and now he has Paul Heyman in his pocket. Woo! Like, he is the most dangerous, most lethal superstar in all of WWE. And if I want to even chance to remotely dethrone him from being that poster child, from being anything, I need to take advice that I gave Big E on Talking Smack these past 2 weeks. I need to stop being so entertaining and stop worrying about making people laugh and start getting serious on where I want to go with WWE and my career. And I'm looking at Roman Reigns and I'm seeing that and I'm going, all right, WrestleMania is in my backyard of LA. You know, this coming time, like, I need to step up my game, and I need to step it up more than I've ever stepped it up before. And especially with Paul Heyman in his pocket, because imagine the promos between myself and Paul Heyman. Imagine the matches when I get serious and really hone in and lock in and really get in there. There is no doubt in my mind that I could take Roman Reigns at his best. And that is the character that that is the superstar that everybody should be aiming for, should be going for, because he is the guy. And he is at his peak right now. If you can beat him at his peak, there's nothing stopping you.
Well, yo, I'm going to tell you right now, here's the tagline. The Miz will reign. That's it. We're going to end it. We're going to end it right there. You can take it. You can have it. The Miz will reign. And you got to say it just like that. So, yo, look, man, it's amazing to have talked to you. One love and God bless, man. Is there anything you want to say to the fans to get them hyped and excited about checking out Cannonball before we get out of here?
Yeah, honestly, it's a show that you can watch with your entire family. And you might be like, well, sometimes I don't want to watch with my entire family. Well, then don't. But it's literally a show that you can watch with your family, and you can literally pick competitors that each one might like better than the next. And if you want something that you just need to laugh or go, ooh, or see something amazing, this is the show for you. So definitely tune in this Thursday, season finale of Cannonball, 8/7 Central on the USA Network. Thank you. And thank you very much for this interview. Really good job, man. Your energy is so contagious.
Wow,
so
thank you so much.
On everything you're doing.
That's huge coming from you, man. Thank you so much. So on that note, it's the one and only HipHopGamer, Logitech G on your Hot 97 every day. That's my word, Ultimate Gamer.